Hey Adam, thanks very much for joining me.
Thanks, Craig. Thanks for having me on.
What's the best way for a hotel owner? I know you live and breathe debt. The best way for a hotel owner to refinance their debt in this market.
I guess 5 quick top tips from us. Number one, really understand your business and understand your real estate. You do, or your advisor on your behalf absolutely has to sell it to the lender. So understand your cash flows, understand the upside, understand the risk to those cash flows, and be prepared to open the books to advisors, open up your team so that they can really understand the asset and put it out there in the best light. So I think that's first and foremost. I think secondly, understand what the market thinks of your property. And by that, I specifically mean valuers. Any lender, whether it's a bank, whether it's a non-bank lender, will rely on valuers. So go into the process with your eyes open as a borrower, know what is the realistic valuation and what that may mean for your debt raising process. Number three, I think likewise, have an understanding of where the debt markets are as you begin. I think any advisor will always aim to get the best result. They'll aim to get the preferred result. Sometimes that may not be possible. But I think one thing that we can absolutely promise right now is that there are options available. There's no liquidity crunch. There's actually a pretty significant amount of lenders active in the market looking at hotels. So again, if you know what to be prepared for, what the potential outcomes are, I think it's easier to make decisions as you work through the process. Next, I'd say do the lenders work for them. IM still work. Any deal team has to go to credit committee. They have to go to investment committee to get deals signed off. Make sure there's a nice IM there. That's the easiest way for the investment committee to see the property, to get a feel, to understand truly what the real estate is. But beyond that, get through the pretty pictures, get into the detail, get a virtual data room ready, get the financials in there, get the management agreements in there, get the titles in there, look prepared, and be prepared and get a quick, hopefully easy deal done. And lastly, I'd say top tip number 5, probably be prepared to positively engage as a sponsor. This is different to much of the work that JLL does where we're buying and selling. This is not two parties walking away from one another. This is two parties entering a marriage effectively. So be prepared to come into that on positive terms, build the positive relationships. May just help make the documentation a little bit easier when that's been finalized, and I'm sure through the course of the relationship, through the loan term, will just make things flow a little bit smoother.